I'm very curious to ask you. Thank you. Now I'm online.
Bye, guys.
Hi there, and welcome to Berani Bersama Conversations with myself, Rashid, Salleh, as your host today. What is Berani Bersama? Well, it's a campaign where we work hand in hand with celebrities and experts who have volunteered to share their knowledge, skills, and performances via social media to raise funds for MERCY Malaysia. Now, how can you Berani Bersama? Well, like our Facebook page when we go live, choose a variety of streams and videos of your interest and go to our Launch Good page, www.launchgood.com/Berani Bersama MY. Do make a pledge, make a donation towards the MERCY Malaysia's COVID-19 Pandemic Fund. Please note that all funds are directed directly into MERCY Malaysia's via Launch Goods platform. So we do not authorize any individuals to collect donations on our or MERCY Malaysia's behalf. Now, we've got a really interesting conversations today because we've got three very different guests on our show on this 5 o'clock half hour. Now, the first person has a very unique name. He's had this nick for we call it Nick anyway, my generation, for about 15 years, and he is named Eristarisis or Eristarisis. Which one is it?
Eristarisis, but just call me Eris for short.
Eris. So yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'll get it, but you've got a really interesting thing that you're going to be sharing with us. So I'll call you Eri to make it really simple.
Okay, that works.
All right.
I've been called worse things, so Eri's fine with me.
Eri's good. Eri sounds very like Eri. But anyway, next up, she went from making costumes to become the founder of Costurera Haberdashery. And my goodness, she's really awesome because I know a few of my friends who do cosplay, but she's going to be explaining all about it on our show. So please welcome Venus. Hi, Venus. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, guys.
Right, and finally, thank you. And finally, and not least, he is one of the more experienced comedians in the country. He doesn't think he's that popular, but obviously he is, and he's becoming more popular with his cooking as well. So let's welcome one of our I wouldn't say the oldest comedians around, Phoon Chi Ho. Hi, Chi Ho.
Hi. Hi. I just finished cooking some fried rice. I have no choice because my kids will be hungry. I just need to tidy up the kitchen for a bit, if you don't mind.
Don't mind us at all. We're sharing your kitchen with you.
I need to cover the mess. That's it. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Anyway, right now, this is really great. Eri, for the audience out there who don't really know you, or give them a brief introduction. Firstly, and how your name was conceived, or rather created, and what exactly do you do as Eri?
Okay, well, as Eristarisis, the nickname itself comes from my days in uni in Europe. Short version of a long story. I think somebody was trying to curse me in Arabic or Hebrew or Aramaic or something, and I just kind of liked the way it sounded, so I said I'm gonna call myself that, and he said, "Call yourself what?" I said, Eristarisis. He just looked at me like, I can't insult you anymore. And he just walked away. So the nickname just stuck that night, and I've had it ever since, basically. So that's the less than glamorous history of that nickname.
Right.
So what I do, day job, a lot of different things. I'm a game developer, marketing manager sort of person. By night, I work on YouTube and do a lot of other things, including support charity initiatives like Berani Bersama. In the case of this stream, I'm the one here, but a quick shout out to my partner in crime, Chef Kitty. She's unfortunately otherwise engaged, so she couldn't make the session this afternoon.
Oh, okay, because I hear you'll be sort of collaborating with her for
Yeah.
your performance, oh,
The
for your show.
gameplay, yeah, the gameplay elements of the live stream later are
Yeah.
mine, but the
Yeah.
cooking is all hers. And
Ah, okay,
I've eaten, and I've eaten what she cooks. It's
okay.
amazing.
So it must be good then, because you're still
Very good.
alive and
Very,
well. Right.
oh, chef.
Moving along to Venus. Now, you've got a really interesting career because we know people who love dressing up and doing cosplay, but you've turned it into a career and made it fashionable as well. Can you tell us a bit more on how you started?
Well, I started off as a cosplayer back in 2009. And
Mhm.
after that, I worked a while in Singapore as a nurse, actually. And then, I don't know, part of me just love art. So when I come back, so I use cosplay as my platform to develop into a costuming company. It was, okay, back then it was a bit difficult because it's something new to people. We have
Yep.
tailor for traditional attire, your
Mhm.
coats and suit, but tailoring costume, it's something different to people. It's not so common in Malaysia. So
Yeah.
it took a while, but in 2014, 15, it starts to pick up when the
Mm.
cosplay community starts to grow. But eventually I move on into event as well, not just cosplay costumes. So
Mhm.
high fashion, stage performances, yeah, from there.
Oh, interesting. So you really began in around like 2012, and then it all went from there, did it?
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Okay,
it's been,
been a while,
yeah, it's been a
8
while.
years. Yeah, and you're still going on strong as well, right? Okay, Chiho. Haha.
Hey,
Usually we have our own conversation on Saturdays. We have our own show. You can promote it
yeah.
however much you like. But a lot of people probably wonder how did you get into the business, and did you stumble into it, or something that you always wanted to do?
Uh, well, it's definitely not something I've always wanted to do. Simply because I am a very boring guy, and I've always imagined myself, holding on to a desk job, like both my parents, But I met a few friends in college, and they were really into comedy, and I was in the group simply because I think as a token Chinese or something like that. But because I'm Chinese, all the
Right?
writing and all the compiling of material, the responsibility is heaped upon
Ah.
me. So from there, I started, writing and stuff, all the stuff, and then I got one of.
All right, hang on. You see, this is what I meant. So you're okay. Now you're okay.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
now you're okay. So
So
you started
I think
compiling.
the wind just changed direction, so my Wi-Fi was just got momentarily blown away. So because of this responsibility of writing, right, I started gotten slowly getting better with it, and then we got gigs offered by Media Prima and all.
Right, right.
And one day, one of my friends asked me, like, "Hey, Gio, why don't you write something for myself?"
Hmm.
For yourself and for me, right? And I was like, what, like a monologue, They said that no, like stand up comedy. From then on, I started getting into stand up comedy and worked pretty well. I can
Oops.
have tiles on my kitchen
Yes.
wall.
Okay, hang on. I'll get back to you on that. Eri, okay, so what kind of you talked about gaming, and creating. What kind of gameplay do you participate in?
For me, it's mostly something there's a bit more social element, especially when I used to do some live streaming and
Mhm.
YouTube content and things. So there was a lot of Monster Hunter, Paladins, anything where you have to sort of work in a team and team up and then fight against other players is always great. It's always fun. You get a lot of great moments. You get a lot of moments that just leave you sitting there going, "How did that happen?" And I think half the fun of it is when you think you're going to lose, you're 15-0, and suddenly something goes right and everything turns around and you can win it. So for me, it's always games that have that are well designed, that actually give you the chance to pull that comeback victory, that clutch win. So lately I've been playing a lot of Mobile Legends, actually branching out a bit more into mobile now.
Yeah.
And I think I blame Venus a little bit for that. 'Cause
Why is that?
she
I'm a
mentioned
better
she
player.
well, yeah, six, I think 6 ranks above me at the moment. I think I'm still stuck in Master 2. I can't even break out. So I keep pinging her when I see her online. Join me, carry me, senpai. And she's like,
I
no.
can't join you. Going. We're too
I know.
far apart.
So yeah, for me, the gaming is always about the social aspect and having fun with friends and having a good time.
Right.
And then, of course, we lose and it's everybody else's fault. Then I go play Minecraft for like 5 hours on my own.
Oh dear. Okay, that's interesting. Venus, well, okay. Can you just explain the different types of for people who aren't really well versed with cosplay? What types are there? Because I know a couple of friends. I have a friend in Johor. He's actually an MMA coach and a gym owner, Kim Lee Tan. He dresses up as when that horror movie came out, he was in the papers. What was that film? He dressed up as that.
Is it the one with the mask?
No, it was like
The
a
horror mask?
girl, like the horror girl, all dead. No, I can't remember.
Annabelle,
yeah.
there's so many.
I know, but he was the one
Okay.
who like ended up in the cinema, just sitting there and freaked the heck out of everyone else. And another friend who organizes cosplay in KK in Sabah, also an MMA, actually a gym owner, Johan Julian Lee. Vincent Wong says hello to you. Hi, Boris. He also said hi, Venus. Okay, so can you just explain to us, what cosplay is all about, and basically to our audiences out there?
My area is basically costuming, and cosplay park under part of costuming. The difference is in cosplay, it's not just about wearing the costume part. They are also playing a character, a specific character. So under cosplay, this is not like a Wikipedia actual facts of the world in dictionary, but it's just what I gathered throughout the years.
Okay.
In cosplay, more purist type like Slytherin, okay, it's when you follow an exact character in terms of their design, and then you are playing that character's personality. You talk like them, you walk like them during that period, not all the time. So that is the purest form of cosplay. And then there is cosplaying original character, which means you design your own character, their own personality, and design your own costume as well. But you are not playing yourself. So it is also a form of cosplaying because you're not yourself. You're cosplaying a character, just that there is no actual source of reference from a franchise or from an official product. And then there is cosplaying original design, which means that there is a point of reference of a character, which is what I did recently. I'm cosplaying Harley Quinn, but it's my own interpretation, the design.
Right.
So I'm still like doing the crazy stuff, but I design her own costume based on something that I think she will wear outside.
Okay, I got it.
So
Okay. That's really that's like doing fashion for anime characters and something like that. Yeah. Interesting. Chi Ho, did you get that?
I got that. I got it. It's like it sounds like acting, but with more effort.
And better clothes.
No, really.
And better clothes. And
better
clothes.
So, can I ask a question? Like, what's that guy? Gary Oldman. He played Winston Churchill in a movie, and I think that makeup and his whole costume and everything, they got an Oscar for it or something like that. It's a movie called Darkest Hour. Now, if an actor does it in like full-on original costume of a certain character, which is Winston Churchill, is it considered a cosplay or just showbiz?
No.
I don't know.
No.
No.
He's an actor. He's an actor doing that character for himself. Now, if our friend dress up like him, then that is a cosplay because that original character is the source of reference.
Ah,
But when you are playing it as a role,
right.
as a job, it's actually like a
ah,
job title for you.
ah,
Oh,
ah.
Interesting.
Do you get it now?
I think in my line, it's like stealing jokes from open micers.
Why would you confess that in public?
Not him. It's just that's your
I
reference.
think in my line, but
Yeah.
other people.
Okay.
Now talking about open mic. So when was the first time you went on an open mic and really tested yourself? Do you?
Tested. I don't think I was tested. I think the audience were tested. It was really that bad because you really do not know how to conduct yourself the first time, because I think for every open micer, your hopes are up and hoping that and praying that the audience will be, not hostile towards you. But I think it was different for me because after like 5 minutes, some jeje, some lady basically grabbed the mic off me, and sorry to say, I feel very bad still until now. It's still haunting me. She was funnier, lah, and she had a lot more, So
She has more
it
comedy.
was in a bar called Bojangles.
Oh, that was a long time
Katamas.
ago.
That was a long time ago.
A very long time ago. Eri, this thing that that you'll be doing tonight at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
You're combining the gameplay from Monster Hunter,
Yeah,
and
Monster
then
Hunter World.
Miss Kitty. Is it Miss Kitty? She'll
Chef
be
Kitty.
Chef Kitty will
She'll be-
be cooking exactly what is in the
The
gameplay.
food,
How can
yeah,
you
the food
explain
is
that?
straight from the game.
Yeah.
Okay, this one started out as something that Chef Kitty is actually a fully certified, fully trained pastry chef,
Right.
and actually just chef in general. And she was looking at some of the foods in games and stuff, and said, "You know what? That I'd love to know what that tastes like." And
Mm.
one day she got the idea. Basically, I'm a chef. I could make that. And that
Right.
was basically how it started from there. So she really just makes what she feels like making, what she wants to try, what she wants to experiment with.
Mhm.
So as a result of that, I've been a very willing guinea pig, as have some of our other friends and things who've helped out in various videos. You'll actually see another one of them in the stream tonight, Juno Striker. He's
Right.
the one in the Monster Hunter, in the actual armor. He plays a small role in that video that'll be streamed later tonight as well.
Right.
So so that's how she got into it, and I just happen to be the very fortunate guy that gets to eat everything.
Ah, no wonder.
So I'm
And
quite
provide the
happy to
gameplay.
and provide the gameplay footage when necessary, and some really really terrible acting as and when necessary. You can find, like, she has her own YouTube channel,
Right.
and you can find the videos. And yes, I appear in a couple of them as various very badly cosplayed characters as well.
I'm not gonna talk about the acting because
Oh, God.
Anyway.
My acting's terrible.
so Venus, do you have a favorite cosplay character that you always prefer to be in costume whenever you're
Always.
yeah, I wouldn't say all oh there is okay
No.
no
I was a very active cosplayer back in 2010 and 11.
Mhm.
Because I started a business, I slowed down a bit more on cosplay. Right now, I'm more towards costuming. So costuming basically means that I design or create costumes that doesn't have an actual character to follow.
yeah
And my area of interest as of now is the medieval, the Renaissance kind of attire, period attire in general.
why is
So-
that
More like an exposure. I think 2014, I had the opportunity to travel abroad, and then I go around all the museums and check out all the attires back then. It's so delicate, and I'm just so inspired by the way people make their attire back then. Back then there's no sewing machine and stuff. Everything is hand stitched. And then there's just so much appreciation for it. It's so delicate. It's something different because modern stuff is like t-shirt, jeans, pretty standard. And then we do have like changes of cuttings, but then it's always the same thing. So
Right.
I find that going back time to see things that people used to wear. It's very interesting.
Mm.
So
Okay.
my favorite type will be medieval and Renaissance kind of big gowns with big tutus.
And then the hair all, all over the place, and then the big thing around the
Okay,
necks.
depends. Mine is more towards English court. The big hair
Right.
tie is more towards the French court.
Okay. Very, very good for telling me that. All right. Chi Ho, you guys, you were on your last MACC tour with last year. This year, obviously, everyone's done their individual stuff. Did you have any plans of what you wanted to do for this year in terms of how you wanted to progress with your gigs?
Well, I think the first thing I want to do is, go out to some mama restaurant, sit down and have a nice teh tarik. That's all I'm looking forward to right now. But I think I've got other things to think about because of how the world is panning out. Because I actually was going to have a solo show, a repeat of my solo show last year, 2 days before the MCO kicked in. So when it 2 days after the MCO kicked in. So when it kicked in, I was forced to cancel everything. But I think right now we're still looking into ways to monetize shows like these, because we need to eat. I mean, fried rice. Come on. I think the bunch of comedians as a whole are looking into different ways to try to make people feel more comfortable paying for online shows. I think we have to go that way for a while and see how it goes after. I have a deck of cards in my hand, but someone suddenly put Uno cards in that deck, and I have to play out all the Uno cards first before I play the actual deck. You know what I mean? That's sort of analogy I'm doing with now. We've got to somehow survive this period of time before we can think about dreams and ambitions. But hopefully, I like to go to places and perform UK, Australia, America, and maybe explore this whole culinary thing that I want to look into right now. So.
And what is that? What is that culinary thing that you're exploring into right now?
Well, we have a show together, Rashid. I'm not sure if you remember that.
I can't remember. Can you just explain it to the audience?
It's called In the Kitchen with Rashid, Salleh, and Phoon Chi Ho. Of course, Phoon Chi Ho was Rashid's invention because no one with a name like Phoon Chi Ho is going to make his own name worse. There's already some. Yeah, we have this show together, and it's because I do a lot of cooking, and I want to do a lot more cooking and see again, if you could turn it into a business. But on the side, I'm actually looking forward to doing more training, because I'm kind of self-taught, and most of the time I don't know whether I'm right or wrong.
Well, it's always there's a lot of other YouTube videos out there, and obviously that you can all look at.
I also don't know whether they're right or wrong. So that's the thing.
Well, to each his own. So Eric, you're talking about mobile legends now. You're more into mobile now.
Yeah.
So, and then you said that sometimes you see Venus on
in mobile in Bang Bang. Yeah.
Yeah. So, is this a competition thing? I mean, I don't. I'm very
Oh no.
I'm so not
Let's just say Venus could probably beat me with one hand tied behind her back at this point. As I said, she's about 6 ranks above me. I think she's I don't know, what rank are you, Venus?
Oh, Legend 4.
Yeah, I'm still Master 2, so I've got a long way to go to catch up to her.
How many
One
levels
day I'll
are
get there. I don't know. I think, like I said, I think there's about 6 levels separating the two of us, and I only play a couple of matches a day. I don't have the same dedication that she does. Most people pick
play
1
a
or 2
couple of
games.
matches a day.
Yeah, right. A couple of dozen maybe. I'm up at 2:00 in the morning. There you are. Somewhere in ranked.
I was just
7:00 in the morning.
stuff.
7:00 in the morning in ranked. 2:00 in the afternoon in ranked.
Chi Ho, do you understand what's going on?
I'm trying, but I'm also very very envious of Aries and Venus sort of ranking that they have. It's so good. I mean, I can imagine, in our industry, actors and comedians having a certain rank, then it's easier for us to charge people,
Yes, exactly.
If only. If only.
Even the title In the Kitchen with Rashid, Salleh and PC Ho. I mean, our guest right now is Aries and Venus, and then we got PC Ho. So which one is the more unique one?
Oh boy.
That's why I said today's show is so interesting, because I just looked at my guest's name and I was like, oh God, Chiho's not going to be happy. It's like, couldn't you think of just a nickname just for this show, like Panarius Chon Ho or something. Panarius Pancreas Chai. That could be your name for for gaming and stuff.
I have a new nickname.
What's that?
Pancarius Chai. I have a new nickname now.
Pancarius Chai. It's like a new dish that you'll be cooking,
Okay, I don't know. That one sounds like it involves some cannibalism, maybe?
Maybe cat. Oops, sorry, Venus. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So how have you guys
Find out where you stay. Okay, never mind. Move on.
Yes, moving along. Yes. How have you kept yourself sane during the MCO area?
For me, it's actually pretty easy. I'm a game designer, so I've actually been working on a game project for the past 6 weeks because I have the time,
Right.
and I use the time not just for that, but to pick up some other skills as well. Do some, brush up my video editing. I can now actually use the most fundamental tools of Photoshop without embarrassing myself and having to look up a YouTube tutorial on how to cut and paste, for example.
Okay.
So that's what I've done. Just been productive. Just pick up skills, learn something new, And I admit, like I said, my Photoshop skills now classify me as a beginner, but I didn't have that 5 weeks ago. So
okay.
so I've gained something. The other half, unfortunately, that's keeping me sane and slightly insane is work. Work from home, right? So it's a bit of a challenge. We'll have to make the balance work, but everybody gets there.
Yeah, that's true. Now, Venus, do you work from home anyway, or has this MCO been quite frustrating for you?
In the beginning, yes, because most of the attire I need my big machines to work with, which is back in my shop. I have a tiny one at home, so I can work with something smaller at home. But the problem is most of the material shop is not open, like Kamda or fabric shop.
Right.
Works aside, I'm very comfortable at home. I'm actually an introverted person, so I don't really have a lot of problem being stuck at home.
Okay. That's a good sign. Right. Chiho, apart from spending more time with your family, especially the first 4 weeks when we really couldn't go anywhere.
About that, Rashid. See, the MCO has kind of forced me to do more than not being an MCO. I mean, I'm still doing some of the things I'm doing. I'm producing some, pitching some video ideas and also slightly producing some video commercials, and I'm writing new stuff, trying to write new stuff every day. But also, I have to feed my kids, and these little things, they're actually not human, They're like caterpillar, constantly just eating and eating and eating and eating. And it's not like they're very good for caterpillars. At least caterpillar, you just start growing in a plant, then you finish eating the whole plant, But these caterpillars want to eat this plant, and after that, I want to eat another plant, and then they want to eat something else, burger, pizza, whatever, and I have to cook everything. Yes, thank you for reaching out, Rashid. Thank you. I need to vent sometimes.
No worries, no worries. We can. That's a time on Saturdays at 4:00 that you can reach out next time. You can talk about it instead of. Sorry, just had to slide that one in again. Saturdays, 4:00 in the kitchen. Right. Sorry, guys. Sorry, in the kitchen with Salleh PC Ho. Yeah, during the MCO. Sorry, guys. Inside joke. Outside. Yeah. So we haven't got that much time left. So Ari, a little bit about Chef Kitty. How
Uh,
what is she like working with you for this performance?
oh,
How you said
she's
the
pretty
cooking was good?
Her cooking's phenomenal. I should know. I've been dating her for the past almost 8 years.
Ah,
So when she started the idea, I said sure. And she was a good cook before, and she's an even better one now. So the food's always amazing, and that's always a plus. To me, working on the videos with her is just a great way to spend time with her, do something together. And to me, I think that's an important thing in any relationship with whoever. You have to spend some time with them, do something together with them, to make it work. I mean,
mm,
there's that old saying, it takes two to tango. It's true. Unless you're going to work at the relationship, why get into it? you know so
ah.
for as a cook and as a chef, she's the second best chef I know, because number one is my mom, unfortunately. So, but I have no doubt that she's gonna be as good a cook as my mother. Yeah,
Well,
very soon.
Sanjit had said that nice things. Say nice things about Kitty. She can handle knives
Oh,
and
that she can.
katanas. Yeah.
Okay, I know
Venus.
about the
Yes.
knives, but wait, katanas? The katanas? What? I'm getting scared now.
Venus. Last final thing. What is the first thing you're going to do when the MCO is over? Finally over. What would the first thing you would do on your mind?
I want to go buy lace. I want to go to fabric shop. I want to go to all this spotlight DIY stuff and touch the fabric. I haven't touched all this stuff for a long, long time. Yeah. I would say hang out with my friends and makan, but MCO is not really over. It's the MCO right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, fabric first.
Okay. Chiho, we know what you want to do, but apart from
Yeah.
that,
Actually, because other than going to a mama, enjoying some teh tarik, I think I just really want to hug a friend. Just someone else. Just hug them. You know what I mean? In fact, I'll just hug anyone and then be friends later. I mean, it's their choice whether they want to be friends with me. I just don't care. I just want to hug someone else. You know what I mean? This is we're so deprived of different sort of love.
oh, okay. So you miss your kids a lot. Not, yeah. Anyway, guys, it was been really, really great having you guys as our guests on the show. I'm really looking forward to seeing you again soon, Jiho, as
Definitely.
well. But you guys, I look forward to your performances. Venus, of course, is going to be on the 16th of May, and Jiho and Eri's going to be on tonight at 9 and 9:30 respectively. All right. So
Okay.
don't forget to also, for those of you, please do go onto our Facebook page, donate, and go to our platform at www.launchgood.com/Berani Bersama MY and donate however little, however much, and however many that you can. All right. But from the rest of us here, thank you very much for watching. And Chiho's an extrovert? No.
Right.
Are you an extrovert, Chiho? Okay. Anyway, right. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching the show. It's goodbye from me and goodbye from them as well. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
I'm very curious to ask you. Thank you. Now I'm online.
Bye, guys.